It's my G Gaming. G Country Road. Oh me, oh my mountain mama. Welcome to this G Riffview for Fallout 76. One of the most bashed on games of 2018. And I wish I could break that trend, but nope. I'm gonna be another voice in the echo chamber. It really seems tough to know where to begin with Fallout 76. This is one of the most broken AAA releases I've ever played, and it is entertainingly broken at first, absolutely. In the same line of like Mass Effect Andromeda was, I think it was last year when I put that up. The game just keeps finding new, better, worse, disgusting, amazing ways to break under pressure. And it's pressure that most games feel every single second, so it's just baffling how this piece just keeps unraveling in different self-imposed ways, straight down to its very core, very flawed central concept. Hey, West Virginia Country Road. But okay, let's refocus. Let's not worry about the glitches, even though they are a prominent part of this experience. It still falters. Fallout 76 just doesn't have the tools inside of its own tool set to make this an enjoyable experience. Mostly because everything still feels geared towards a single-player game, where the pacing is much different and much more controlled, where you can pause, where you can use the VATS correctively, which we'll get to VATS, but nothing in this online-only, always online experience gives you the sense that what you're playing was ever once fit into that mold. And a flyby summation of the product as it stands, it really does feel like they copied and pasted a lot of Fallout 4 and a lot of Skyrim DNA straight into this to try to make this huge world feel worth visiting. And it isn't. Gunplay is janky and inconsistent at best. As a paramedic in the wasteland, I know sometimes you have to use everything around. That's why I like my rat skull slippers, made from materials right here in the wasteland. It occasionally rises to mediocre when the game is cooperating with you, when your bullets are actually doing the damage in the areas that you're aiming, but that is way too close to a coin flip in reality than you'd ever really want. Which brings us to VATS, which usually in the single-player versions of Bethesda's one-trick pony, you can slow down time considerably, aim at a limb to disarm, or aim at a headshot for criticals, whatever. Here, there is no time slowing. They didn't tool it enough for the online aspect, so the percentage can go from 95% to 0 to 95 like that, and you are just left with this slackjaw expression when you miss, whenever you're trying to hit one specific frame in a flip book that is going by 1 billion miles an hour, which leaves melee as your only real 85% consistent avenue of dealing any damage. But the game is not built for that either, because your weapons degrade about 3 or 4 times more quickly if you're hitting people over the head with them. Alright everyone, break's over, get back to work. Oh, that's right, there are no people. Add into that thirst and hunger, add into that radiation that can come from the world or just what you're eating, and add into that action points, which to be fair, that's been in the series before, but all of that still equals out to an online survival game that is trying to be a first-person shooter in the Fallout series as well, and there's been no concession whatsoever between those two ideas.
Time to make new human army made from trees.
We'll zoom back even further. I'll walk with you down the pier that this game could be a story-based multiplayer game with friendly interaction. The problem is, neither of those are fully implemented. On the story side, you are reading and listening. That is all. To audio logs and to those logs in the just terrible fonted computers that Fallout has always had. And so it's just shadows and echoes of a much more exciting experience. And then the friends side, there aren't enough people and the map is too large. So ultimately, you just have these long expanses of hardly anything, which to be fair is very peaceful. But that's a little bit like saying I like the latest Mario game because the pause button, spot on. Don't worry, dog lovers out there. This gun launches doggy treats. That makes Fallout 76 a hilarious and dismal 3 out of 10 for me. And, I mean, there's a long road to hoe if they're going to bring this puppy back. We'll see, though. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I'll see you next time.